Hey parents, listen, when your child says the teacher doesn't like me, right? I want you to ask a lot of questions. I want you to ask why they feel that way. And then I want you to tell them to give you an example. I want you to listen from A to Z to see what's happening from the beginning of the incident to the end. And make sure your child is not leaving anything out, because you want your child to come to you if they feel uncomfortable with the teacher, right? But what I'm talking about is not my child is in danger, the teacher doesn't like me. What I'm talking about is the teacher doesn't like me, and I might fail this class because the teacher doesn't like me, or I'm failing because the teacher doesn't like me. That's what I'm talking about. Find out from A to Z what's happening. I just went through this with one of my students, and I asked him all kind of questions from A to Z for him to tell me in the end what his actual role was, and what was preventing him from being successful in the class, and how those interactions, or him not doing what he's supposed to do, or him playing around, led to him getting redirected a lot from the teacher. You understand what I'm saying? So that there's always stuff that leads up to the point of I failed this class, the teacher doesn't like me. There's always a bunch of things going on that will lead up to that. So we have to be detectives when we listen to our kids, so that we can understand the whole picture. And what I've always done with my kids is teach them how to take responsibility for their part in everything, because we want our kids to be able to move forward. There's no solution in the teacher doesn't like me, I'm failing because that teacher doesn't like me. That means they have given up. They're sitting in one spot. They're not moving forward. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. There's no solution. There's no moving forward in that. So what I usually ask my kids, and also my students, I ask them, so what do you think you could have done differently? Or what do you think you should do differently next time? Because even if they're in a situation where they might have a teacher that might have handled a situation in the wrong way, right? And that's something for you and the teacher to discuss, but be on the same page with and connect, not defensive. You'll get a lot more done if you can talk to your teacher like as a team. But when I asked them that, they get to understand that they feel empowered, and they get to understand that they can make decisions that will help solve the problem. They start to figure out that they can solve the problem when they take ownership of their role in it, and they take ownership of what they actually did to contribute to whatever the situation ended up being. Ask questions. Don't just react emotionally. I know that because I'm a mom, and for me, I would react emotionally too, and I had to catch myself. I used to do it all the time. I used to be very defensive about my oldest daughter and her teachers. Very defensive. And then I realized I was being played. I realized I was being played. She saw me react, and she kept leaning into that. And that's what kids do. You understand? So make sure you ask questions, parents. All right? Love ya. Peace.